Not gonna lie, guys, I was close to giving up. My motivation has been pretty low lately, and even though I talk about the whole discipline is going to take you where you need to go, motivation is what gets you started, discipline was starting to fade a little bit too. I was like, I'm just going to stop posting these videos. I'm going to, my diet, work ethic, I was slipping, but no, because you got to remember that when most people do quit. Most people quit. Like, if you have that feeling that you want to quit, just remember that the people that make it are the ones that push through that feeling. Those are the ones that make it. So if you're feeling down or unmotivated, just remember that you're not most people, and you're not going to quit. So I'm going to keep putting out this content. I'm going to keep going to the gym. I'm going to keep eating right. I'm going to keep pushing every single day. I'm just going to keep doing this, because I know if I don't quit, I'm going to make it. 1,000,000% I'm going to make it. So I'm going to be here every day. Got my whey protein. It's 2:14, an afternoon lift. I had to work at 5 o'clock this morning, which is okay by me. These afternoon lifts are pretty nice sometimes, you know, when I'm not in like a huge rush. Of course, I got other things I need to do today, but I'm not like, I gotta get home to do this, and this. I don't have that today. So the mission today is shoulders and abs. That's what we're working today. Lateral raises, dumbbells, cables. Don't know what this car is doing. But, okay. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, that's a weird turn. But shoulders, abs, lateral raises, cable crunches, cross crunches, you name it, we're going to do it today. Filming wise, it just depends on how many people are in there. I like to respect other people's space. Maybe that's an excuse for me sometimes feeling anxious when I'm filming myself, but who knows. But I definitely always get at least one clip in. The goal is always every exercise, so that's where we're at with that. But yeah, guys, motivation's going to fade. I was hit pretty hard with that. Discipline. You know, you got to remind yourself every day of why you started, why you're going to keep going, and why you're going to crush your goals. You just got to keep going. I mean, that's really the big thing here. You just got to keep going. You got to keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Too many people give up. Way too many people give up. Don't be one of those people. Be one of the 0.5% to get exactly what they want out of life by grinding every day, by showing up for yourself every day, by pushing yourself every day, by staying hungry. You gotta want it. You have to want it. You have to want it so bad that it just dispels all of those excuses. You have to want it so bad that you're like exhausted, but you're still showing up. You gotta want it so bad that you did give up, but you jump right back on the next day. So what? One day you mess up. So what? Who cares? Let that day go. You mess up 2 days in a row. Guess what? On that third day, you show up and you kill it. Like, guys, come on, let's do this. I'm so hyped up to get in the gym. I hope I don't push myself too hard. I don't think that's possible. But I'm gonna get in there and we're gonna get to work. Let's go. All right, here we go. Shoulders and abs are the mission to be destroyed today. I started off with some lateral raises. I warmed up, of course, with 3 or 4 lighter sets. I ended up doing 10 to 15 reps, and I did 4 sets. And then after I finished lateral raises, I went on to cable lateral raises, single arm, of course. I actually decided to go a little heavier, so I was only able to do 8 reps, but the lighter weight. Before this one, I could pump out 15, and I didn't feel like I was really pushing myself 100%. So I decided to go up in weight and just do a little less reps, and it definitely felt better going heavier and doing 8 reps instead of doing 15 reps on the lighter weight. So going forward, that's how I'm going to do the cable lateral raises. And I did 4 sets here as well. And then we moved on to the rear delts. I did face pulls. I didn't warm up. I never really warm up my rear delts before I start working them out. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they get ever so slightly recruited when I'm doing my side delts. I'm not sure, but I've never felt the need to warm up my rear delts. So I did face pulls. I did 4 sets of 12, I believe, here. And then after the face pulls, I moved on to rear delt flies. I kept it light here, so the thing I did different this time was I just used my thumb and my index finger to hold the little ball attachment, or on the cable when there's not an attachment, there's like a, you know what I'm talking about. But I held that, and I really focused. I closed my eyes sometimes, but I really focused on my rear delt when I was doing this one. And I ended up doing 3 or 4 sets of about 15 reps, I believe. And doing it this way, it felt really good. So I think going forward, that's exactly how I'm going to finish off my rear delts. Just like I changed it up with my cable lateral raises, I changed it up here with my rear delt flies. You definitely have to be open to trying new things, because if you just stick to the same old routine, you're not going to grow, you're not going to learn new things, and you might be missing out on something, because almost every workout, or at least once a week, I'm finding something new that I would have never known if I didn't try something new. So that finished off my delts. I started off my abs with cable crunches. I did 5 sets of 10 to 20. I think my first set was lighter weight, 20 reps, and then I got heavier and I did 15, 12, 12, I believe. I don't know, it's hard to beat cable crunches for abs. If you do them right, you'll definitely feel it. And then after this one, we'll let this one finish up first. Okay, so after that one, I did cross crunches, and this one always feels better when your abs are pre-exhausted from an exercise before. I did 3 sets, and I did 8 to 12 on each side, and that finished up my workout right there. And now it's time for the pose down. I haven't done one of these in a while, and as I was looking in the camera, I was pretty excited about what I had to see. So here we go, guys. Alright, there we go. Shoulders and abs have been obliterated, destroyed, demolished, massacred, whatever word you want to use there, that is what happened to them. Whatever intense word you want to use there. Because they didn't get babied. They didn't get pampered. They got attacked, assaulted, violated. Alright, so there you go. That was a solid shoulder and abs workout. Don't really have a lot of complaints. Tried some new things, learned some new stuff about myself, and stimulated some muscles for growth. What else can you ask for? It's really that simple. Train it once or twice per week intensely. Get a decent amount of sleep. Get your protein, pound per body weight. What else is there, guys? I mean, this isn't that tough of a process, you know. You just got to keep showing up for yourself. You just got to keep pushing yourself. Show up on those days where you don't feel good. Show up on the days when you feel great. Have the discipline to push yourself through situations that would otherwise destroy someone else, because you're not someone else. You're somebody that wants something. You're somebody that wants more out of life. You're somebody that wants to get jacked. You want to go in that gym. You want to get stronger. You want to get leaner. You want to get fitter. You want to get healthier. You want all these things for yourself. So when you go in there, don't forget that. Don't forget why you're there. Don't slack off. If you ever feel that you're starting to slack off, you got to somehow push that to the back of your mind, or better yet, dispel it entirely from your mind. Don't let that little mediocrity sneak into your mind. Sure, you can be mediocre if you want to, but I tell you what, it's a lot more fun to be awesome. It's a lot more fun to be great. It's a lot more fun to chase a goal with ferocity, with grit, like to get beat down but show up anyway. Because, you know, I would not have quit forever, but I was so close to being like, I'm not going to record anymore for these videos. I'm just going to show up to the gym and do whatever and try to eat right. No, I promised myself at the beginning of this that I was going to get in the best shape of my life in 90 days. That's what I gave myself, 90 days. And somewhere between day 15 and 20, I started to slack off. And it started to become a normal. And I started to have some ice cream. I started to have a drink. I started to fall off. But you got to have that grit. You have to remind yourself. You have to have that grit to push through. You have to push through things like that. Because any of these people that you idolize, whether it's a bodybuilder, an athlete, or something, they all have wanted to give up before. They've all had tough days. They've all given in to temptation when they're trying to stick to a diet or something. They've all taken a rest day when they know they shouldn't have. We all slip up. It's just part of the process. Now, if you slipped up, okay, accept it. Don't beat yourself up too much. That's not the way to do it. Just show up the next day. Like, forget it happened. Forget it happened. Show up like you didn't miss a day. Show up like you didn't eat that giant bowl of ice cream last night. Show up like you didn't eat that entire pizza when you're trying to diet down. Show up when you didn't eat enough the day before when you're trying to bulk up. You cannot let mediocrity take over your mind. You cannot let slip-ups give you the excuse to slack off the next day. Don't do it. Absolutely not. I don't know how many different ways I can say this, but you're going to be okay. So get locked in. Forget about it. Let it go. Show up tomorrow. Get in there and kill it. That's all there is to it. I'll see you guys next time.